You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I am so excited to announce that we have a partnership with 911 Restoration. Chris Poland joins us, and Chris, thank you so much. Our show is now sponsored by 911 Restoration. You were one of the very first interviews that we did for this show, just as like a test run. We were like, hey, buddy, we need to test this out. Do you mind? And I love this partnership. Thank you for this.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's been very nice.
So Chris, tell folks at home about 911 Restoration and your backstory, how it even started.
911 Restoration is a restoration company. We started about 8 years ago in the Reno area. I grew up here in Lake Tahoe and decided that, this is a good fit due to our weather and stuff like that. So we decided to start it up, and it's been 8 years now.
And when we talk restoration, we're talking about restoration in homes or businesses that are affected by a myriad of things like fire, wildfire, or home fire, flooding, etc. Kind of go into what restorations are.
Well, we handle a lot of things. We do water, fire, mold's a big one, especially for real estate transactions. If there's any trauma or bio cleanups, we handle that. And a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Sometimes things that you just don't know who would do it or clean it up. Typically, a restoration company would be able to handle that. Rodent cleanups, bear break-ins, etc., things along those lines.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about bear break-ins. How many of those do you have?
We probably do a couple a year. A lot of them are in the Lake Tahoe, West Shore area, up in Homewood area. They're kind of interesting. The bears break in the house, turn the water on, use the facilities in the kitchen, and kind of make a mess. And so those are, a lot of the stuff we do are property insurance claims.
Okay, but with that, because you mentioned property and insurance claims, that is one thing that you also help with, right? Like a homeowner like me has this oh crap moment, and we call you and you help with that paperwork, right? Or at least the discussion with the claims?
Absolutely. The claim process can be very frustrating for homeowners, and so we like to be the buffer between them, the insurance carrier, and the whole loss that they're going through. When the homeowners, especially some of these bigger losses, it could be kind of real frustrating roller coaster ride for the homeowner, so we like to ease part of that, take on a lot of it, communicate with the insurance carriers, and help walk the client through the whole process. And we want the client to lean on us, and we're there to help the client to try to make it as smooth as possible.
Well, and also with that, because anyone who's ever had to go through an insurance claim or of any type of specific profession, there's language, and there's specific language that can be used to reinforce the issue. And that language, where someone like me who just has that damage may not know the specific request to make.
Absolutely. We'll want to communicate with your insurance carrier on their language to make sure that they're aware of the full extent of the loss. And then that way they can fully assess it and make their judgment calls to make sure that, everything's a lot easier for you. But yeah, there's kind of certain language and stuff, and we have the adjusters in town that help us. And so we're just there to help out the client and make it as smooth as possible.
And you bring up mold, but mold is one of those really interesting issues because you would think in Nevada we are so dry of a climate that mold wouldn't be an issue, but we are seeing mold more and more in homes. Is that because of the ventilation or lack thereof? What causes that?
Well, a lot of it's due to the initial, if you have a water damage. In Lake Tahoe, a lot of it has to do with the alpine climate, with the attic and then the crawl space being humid and hot, and it's freezing cold outside and your attic is hot, so the condensation forms. And so a lot of the real estate transactions involve cleaning up the attic or cleaning up the crawl space.
And then of course low-hanging fruit, wildfire, right? Like wildfires in our community, we know this firsthand. Even if your home isn't burned in any way, you still have smoke or ash, and go into those types of remediation.
Yeah, the last couple of years we've been fairly lucky. We've had a couple decent ones in South Reno area that affected some houses, not as many. But what happens with the fire damage is that all the smoke and the heat pressurizes your house, and it sucks all the smoke into your house, into your attic, into your crawl spaces. Ash gets everywhere. All of your personal belongings are now smell like smoke, have dust on them, ash on them. And so we come in there, we clean up all of that, clean up all your contents. We'll even take your contents off-site, store them, clean them, return them back to you, and then just, get your house nice and healthy and clean for you after the wildfires. And it could be a lot of work. We clean all the walls, the attic, the crawl spaces, all your contents, do an odor treatment. So we get your house back to where when you walk in the door, it's cleaner than before the wildfire.
Probably the cleanest it would be.
It's pretty clean.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. And then for anyone who suffers some kind of emergency and they need your services, you say call you first, right?
Call us first. Absolutely. We want to help you throughout the whole claim process and make sure you have a really good contractor on your hand that's working for you versus the carrier.
Website, phone number.
Website's 911restorationreno.com. Phone number is on the website, and you'll be able to get in contact with us from there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
You're watching 2 Plus U Nevada.